And so you can see we can get this type of effect with the charcoal. So this is just a little a demonstration process where I will share some of the techniques, some of the tools which we need, and what techniques we use. And if possible, then we going to prepare this type of a small thumbnail type sketch also. Okay. So let's see what is charcoal. Um, so can you see the this block here? This is a compressed charcoal. So this is just a block of a charcoal which we use for our drawings, and it is available in different sizes. So this is the darker version of charcoal, and as you can see the another block here, this is little bit lighter than this charcoal. That means we have variations in two shades here. Okay, so I have two blocks here. Then I have the another charcoal which is more lighter than this one. So as you can see, so this is the another charcoal piece here. So what are these? These are like a different kind of tones. Okay, so this is lighter because this is much harder than this one, because the harder will be light, will give you a lighter tone, and the soft charcoal will give you the dark color. So these are the different version of charcoals, and you can see here two pencils. So one is hard. I'm using the hard one here, and another is a soft one. So hard one we use for the light tones, and the medium one we use for the complicated places or the very small places where we can't reach with these blocks. So we use these pencils, and I'll share in detail what else we need. Okay, so here I have the another pencil which is the white charcoal. Okay, so this is also a very beautiful for highlights at some places. So it's up to you. If you are master, if you become the master in charcoal, then you don't need anymore, because use this type of thing for very small details like a beard, and for the small highlights. So we use this. And then we have here the Stedler pencil. So this is a pencil eraser, and it gives you the small, if you want the small details or fine lines in your art or some highlights in between. So this eraser is also helpful. Even you can replace it with a monochrome Tombow mono eraser. So that is also very nice. It gives a very beautiful highlights also. So for now, I have this Stedler pencil, and it works very nice. Then next part is these are the stumps, and the stumps are just a paper roll. These are the rough paper rolls which you can get from market, or you can prepare on your own also at home. So these are the some different sizes, and you can see here I have so many sizes, the numbers, the 6, 5, and 4 number, 3 number, 2 and 1. So we use this number small size for the small detail. So if we are not able to reach some places like these small details, so we use this type of for blending the small areas. So there are different type of stumps here. And then we need a brush. So brush is also very nice for the blending. So I'm just using the watercolor brush here, and this is a round, you can see the round, and because the watercolor brushes has the very soft edges, and they give you the very beautiful blending. At the same time, if you have some kind of a makeup brush also, that is also good, but this type of round brushes also works very well. So I'm using the number 10, and it really doesn't matter what number I'm using here. Then we need this type of a nitraz eraser, and this is the cheapest one, and we are looking for the cheap erasers because what happens, they give the beautiful shades. These are hard erasers, and when we try to blend the shade, or when we try to lift something, or if we want to get some kind of a strokes, these erasers are very beautiful, and I'm just show you how to use these eraser. So always find, you can find the pack of erasers and cut into pieces. And what we need, actually we need these sharp corners here. So you can see we are looking for the sharp edges here. So this works very well. If you don't want to buy the Stedler erasers and expensive monochrome, so these can be the substitute for those erasers. So I also use this in some places. And then we need the cotton. So cotton is also a very nice for blending. So I use this type of cottons. And then we have the another thing here, which is this a paper towel. Paper towel is also good for blending. So these are the all possible tool I'm sharing here, which we need for the different type of blendings. Okay, and it depends what we are doing, what is the purpose of our painting, what we are looking for. So that means these are the overall tools which we need for the different exercise. It's not like that you have to use every single in the same artwork or the same painting. No, it's not like that. But I'm sharing all the possible cases here. And these are the used cotton, and these are so needed in our. I always keep this type of. These are just a uh, charcoal in my cotton. Okay, so I always keep this type of charcoal safe, because what happened, there is already charcoal in this. So if I want to cover the larger area, or if I want to apply my charcoal in one go, then we can use this. Okay, so this is also good. And we also need the paper cutter here. So why we need? Because we need the small pieces of this eraser. So I'll cut this type, like from middle, and then we can cut into the different pieces. We can chop this, and what will happen, whenever we'll chop, we'll get this type of sharp edges here. So you can see we are looking for these type of sharp edges. Okay, so this works very well. So, and in some places we also need this type of eraser. So this is again from the Stedler brand, and it works very well. And one more thing which I don't have right now, and I don't think it's needed for now. So it's a kneaded eraser. So kneaded eraser, what happen if we want to lift any graphite or any charcoal from any particular area, so we can easily lift. Okay, so we will be sharing in the upcoming classes. So for now, these are the only tools we need. So let's talk about how we can use these different type of tools here. So today is just an introduction about the charcoal, and we are not going in any details or any. We are just going to focus on the basic fundamentals and what how to blend the charcoal. So let me focus a little bit more. So I hope this is visible properly. Okay, so let's see. Let's start from these pencils. So you can see I have two pencils here. One is hard and the another one is the medium one. So if we use this for the blending, You can see the shade of this pencil here. So this is the hard one I'm using. So I'm getting the very light results here. And these are also beautiful for the small areas and the detail which we can't go with those big blocks. Okay, and let's apply all thing first. And now I'm using, so this is the hard one, and now I'm using my medium one here. So this is the medium. Even the soft one is available in this pencil set. So even you can go beyond than this. So you can compare in the shades that this is the medium. And in the same way, if we talk about this one, so this is the soft charcoal. So this is also available in the pencil. So I'm using this directly. So now you can see the variations in shades. This is the lighter, this is medium, and this is soft. Okay, this is the soft one, and I have the another one. It's the same, this one. So this is the compressed charcoal, and it gives the more darker version of this. So I have the small piece here. Now you can see. We can see the different type of variations in the charcoals. So when we use all this thing, then we able to add the depth in our painting, the different dimensions in our painting. So it works very well. And now see how we can blend this. So let's see if I can use, I'm using this brush here. So let's blend this. So this is a one technique that in starting we use to blend the areas with the charcoal. And you can see that the how smoothly it is blending. Okay, so although it's a hard one, but still it's blending very smoothly. Then if we jump to the middle one, so this is the result with the blending with the brush, and it works in a larger, so suppose we want to cover the larger area, so this brush technique also works very well on larger areas. And the paper which I'm using here, it's a cartridge sheet. It's around 170 GSM, and we'll also talk about the different type of papers which we can use for the charcoals. So if you are more into textures, you love the textures more, then go with a little bit thick sheet which has the textures in it. So in that way, you will get the textures type effect in your drawings. And this cartridge sheet is a little bit smooth, and it is also available in the little bit texture also. So I'll also show that. And this is the blending with the brush of the soft charcoal. And now I'm blending this darker one, which is the compressed charcoal. So at some extent, we can work with the brush. Okay. And when the work with the brush is done, then what we can use, we can use the another thing, that is the stumps. Okay, so let's start from here. And these are just a paper rolls, rough paper rolls. Um, so we can use for the blending also. So you can see here how it is blending. The strokes which you were seeing earlier now are not visible here. And then let's come to the another one. Again, now, so we can see the different results with the stumps and different type of tones. Now you can see how beautiful it is blended here. And then one of my favorite tools for the blending is, let me show you here. I have applied this charcoal and using my hand, my finger. So this is my favorite way. And this is so satisfying, I can't tell you. And can you see, this is the best blending till yet. Okay. Because we have some kind of a special oils in our hand. So which helps the charcoal to blend very smoothly and beautifully. So if I'm working on the bigger pieces like the A1 size, so I use my complete hand. And I love to mess with my hands, and it just give you the best result. यस, फिंगर से सबसे अच्छा ब्लेंड होता है. जितने भी टूल्स आपके पास है सबसे अच्छा ब्लेंड आपके फिंगर्स से होगा. सो जस्ट ट्राई टू गो विद योर फिंगर्स फर्स्ट, अप्लाई करो चारकोल and just use your complete hand. If you are using going with the bigger pieces or any limited size, just use your hands. Okay, then अगर आपको लगता है कि कहीं पे you feel like कि कोई small detail area है, then we use this type of stumps, and we use the stumps, and then these charcoal birds or these charcoal balls also works very well. So you can see here I already have the charcoal in my cotton, so what I'm doing, I'm just rolling like this, and see how beautiful smoothing effect you got here. So this is what we are looking in our works. So let's prepare something very small, and I'm going to blend all this. So I'm just using my cotton here. That is why I always suggest that don't throw this. This is not waste. This is just another tool, a blending tool in your artwork. And let's do a little more. And then we can also use our this type of a paper towel. So this is again good for the blending. So what we are doing, we are going in the circular motion. In this way, we are not affecting our sheet also. So always make sure that you are applying the very light pressure on your with your hands, because we don't want the paper to come off. So by when we use this type of a rubbing, so we have to be very gentle. Just put a very light hand and just go very smoothly with your hand. Yes, so we use a fixative for spraying. So in that case, if you want to fix your charcoal works, so that is also completely fine. We can spray it at 3 times, and like if you are doing one set, then again second set and third set. In this way, you can fix your charcoal drawings. Now I'll take my charcoal block. So this is again the same thing I'm using here. So I'm not going to use all the things whatever I've shown. So we have the different type of exercises for which we use a different charcoal. But I'm only going to use this set of charcoal today. So let's see how we can do. So I'm using the flat surface of this charcoal. So I am not doing like this. I am using the flat. So if you want to cover the bigger area, just go like this. Okay, in this way, what will happen? You will not get the hard strokes on your sheet, because hard strokes are always, it's a kind of a struggle to blend. So always go with the flat. So I am just using the flat area of my charcoal. So it's a random. I'm not thinking, there is nothing in my mind that what I'm going to prepare. So it's just a technique I'm sharing. So let's use a hand first. And you can see I'm going in a circular motion here. And my hand is, I'm not putting much pressure, because we don't want to disturb the fiber of a sheet. So you can see how smoothly I'm blending. You should feel the relation between your paper and your hands. So until and unless you will not make the good relation with your paper, so your paper will not give you the good results. So always make sure that always be very gentle, and just try to play with your paper. So I'm trying to get the smooth gradient here. So in this way, I can, so you have to be little bit patient with the charcoal also. So I'm using the cartridge sheet here. Charan, I will be showing you how to use the eraser. Just wait. So you can see the blending I have done here. Yeah, so Bristol papers are also just like the cartridge sheet. They are a bit more smoother than cartridge sheet. So if you want to use the Bristol paper, it's also good. So it depends how you want your artwork. So if you are looking for the texture, more textures in your artworks, so you can go for the heavy paper. Uh, and if you want the smoothness in your art, then you can work on a cartridge sheet. So it's not like that you want to go for the expensive sheets. I have given orders in this same this cartridge sheet. So it's all about your art. Paper doesn't matter, and at the end we can fix it with the fix it. So if you are a beginner, just start with the cartridge sheet because we want to learn the techniques. We are not here for going with the expensive brands. Don't go with the expensive brands and what charcoal I'm using. Just find the things whatever you have around you and just look for the cheaper ones because we are in learning process. Even I'm in learning process. I will never say that I'm the professional artist. No, I'm also the learner. I'm also I have started my journey and then I slowly build and try to improve my techniques and still I'm stick to the cartridge chain and it's just giving me the wonderful results. So you can see the blending here. And now if I want to add more depth into the painting, I can again add charcoal. So like I am some places, I'm just randomly adding. And I will blend with my finger because blending with the finger gives you the more quick results. And if you are not like you don't want to get your hands dirty, so you can use the different type like the cotton I have shown you and the brush technique I have shown you. So we can use the tools like the stumps we can use. So it's up to you. And this is the stage where we need to spend more time because we if the first layer is not properly blended and you can't see the smoothness in your first layer, then it will not give you results. So always just give some time and just spend in your first layer. Because if you want to create the bigger pieces and if you are looking for the good result, then always give some time and be patient. So you can see here. Now what I'll do, just I will use my eraser here. So this is just a normal 1 rupee eraser, Natpas eraser. And um, I'm going to cut this. And what I will do, so this is the one of the techniques I'm sharing you here. So I will use a flat surface, round and round. And I will add some lights. So if we are applying this in a harder, this darker area, then that it will take more time because we have applied the more charcoal layer here. And in the middle section, I have not applied that much charcoal. That means it will easily get lifted. Or we are not just lifting the charcoal at this point, we are just blending. And in this circular motion, what will happen? You will get the smooth shade here. So this one single eraser can even create a painting. You just need to learn the technique how to use the eraser. So can you see the depth and the different type of shades I have created, the different values I have created with a single this charcoal block and the eraser. Okay. Now, if I want the more light into my work, so that means lightning is like a more dark and the more light. When you keep both the things close to each other, then suddenly your paintings get pop. Okay. So you can see I'm trying to add more light and I'm still going flat. I'm not using the edges here. So, and I will make sure that I don't want to create any sharp edges here. So I'm blending very smoothly. So you can feel that it's a kind of a going deep, like you can feel the path here and the type of a tunnel. So there is nothing in my mind. I'm just trying to show the different type of possibilities. So I'm still using my flat eraser, and in this way I can go out and little bit I can create some effects here. So I'm coming from, first of all, I'm applying in the middle area and then slowly I'm shifting to the this area, outer area. Okay. Okay. So then if we are looking for the more uh, light, then at this point, what we can do, we can use the Stedler eraser here. So for the small details and for more highlights, we can use this eraser. So suppose I want to add more light into this area. So this is just an eraser, but it's very hard. When we scratch the surface, it doesn't affect the paper, but we have to take care this that how much pressure we need to apply. And it helps to create the highlights also. So where we need the strong highlights, we can use a Stedler pencil, or if you don't want to use a Stedler pencil, again, you can go with this type of eraser, and with the help of edges, we can create, just use your edges like this. So if I want more highlight, we can use this eraser. So it's all about pressure, how much pressure you use. If you are putting the much pressure, high pressure, that means you will create this type of highlights. And if you are putting the light pressure, that means you will get this type of the foggy effect. And if I want to create some strokes, so with a very light hand, I'm going like this in a circular motion. So in this way, I'm getting a very light and very soft effect here. And if you again feel like that you want to add some charcoal, because it's an ongoing process. First we upload the first we apply the charcoal, then we erase it, we merge it, then again we apply the charcoal. So it's the ongoing process. So when we add the strong darks, as I told you, when we add the strong dark just close to our highlights, you can see there will be some different kind of effect. Okay. And now we can easily blend with the help of finger. So we not going to disturb the beneath layers which we have created. So at this point, even I can use my this stump, or you can use the cotton bud. So I'm just going like this and I'm quickly blending this. So I'm just softening this charcoal detail here, which I just applied. And if you know how to use your single charcoal very well, if you know all the techniques, then trust me, you don't need so many charcoals. Just with the single charcoal block, just with this type of a charcoal and a few pencil like a hard and a softer, and then you are good to go. Okay, so let's create something. So I'm using my flat charcoal, flat eraser at this point. And now I'm using the edge of my charcoal so you can see the straight line here. So we can create this type of strong lines with the help of our edges. And now I'm again using the flat surface of my eraser. And if you want to add more light or more dark, we can again go and we can again apply the charcoal. And if you feel like you want to reduce the highlights, so what you can do, you still have a charcoal in your hand. So just go like this very softly and you can reduce this shine. So we can add light, we can reduce light. So it's all about how you are using your charcoal. So when I started applying the dark tones of the charcoal here, you can see the brightness of this. This automatically pops up because I have just applied the dark, very strong dark and the strong light. Now, if I want more light in this area, I will go with my Stedler, or even you can go with a fresh eraser and you will get it. But what happens? It just saves your time. That's it. Now, with the help of my pencil, I'll create the little details here. So suppose I'm adding the light here. I'm doing the very basic thing here because I know most of are the beginners here. So we are just learning how to get started. Okay. Then again, we can put some shine in this area because as this is a street light, so we need to add the little bit light, and then it can go like this. And then I can again add. So for this type of effect, we need to spend some time. Then we can again go with, because this is the smaller area, and what we can do, we can go with this type of pencil and we can reduce the thickness. We can add more thickness. Even you can use your charcoal edges also to create the highlights, dark ones. Like this, we can keep on adding the details, but we should keep in mind that what we are looking for. So we can add more light in this area. Now I'll again use my hand, and with a very light hand, I will again soft this area. And if you want to create some kind of, so we can put our main subject in between, which you want to put more highlight into it. So like a shape, if I create here. And for this type of a small detail, we need the soft pencil or this type of pencils. Okay. So we can focus any object. If you want to create this type of effect, we need to learn the techniques that how much light we want to put into our subject.